رحبوا معايا بكم ميرزا.
Hello. Just yeah.
How are you? Who wants a ball? Oh no. Oh, good catch. Good catch. Two more. Who wants it? By a show of hands, who here speaks English? Good. Who doesn't speak English? أنا عربي شوي شوي, so I'm gonna talk in English a little bit. Who here is an affiliate already? Good. Who wants to become affiliate? Put your hands up. Good. Very good. You guys are in the right place. So I'm going to share with you a little bit about my story and how I got started. And then I'm going to talk to you about the day you're going to leave affiliate world. Cool? Does anybody know when the day is they're going to stop being an affiliate? Okay, so who here doesn't have a business yet? Any business? A couple of people. Who here is doing something else besides affiliate? Digital products, SEO, paid traffic? Good, very good. So you guys have a lot of really good speakers that are going to share with you a lot of different things in the internet business, basically. A lot of very good speakers, a lot of very good value. I'm not going to talk about tactics and strategies and ad campaigns and case studies. I'm going to talk about money. Cool? I have one question for you. I know you're here to learn, right? I know you're here to learn, but you're here to learn why. We'll keep it very non-formal, questions back and forth, okay? Why? Learn for what? Making money. What are you going to do with the money? Good. So everybody here is here to learn how to be an affiliate, to learn how to do internet business, to learn how to sell products and services online, e-commerce, Shopify, Amazon, all this stuff, so that you can make money, so that you can either spend it or invest it, right? What's the key to financial freedom? Anyone? Yeah. Growing yourself. If you have more money, you can marry 4 wives and have a good life and all this stuff, right? So everybody here wants to make money. But not very many people know what you're going to do with the money when you make it. Does anybody know? Yeah? Huh? Invest the money. Where? New companies, real estate, good. It's very good. Education, very good. Good, good, very good. You guys have some idea of where the money is going to go. Most people, they say new car, new watch, travel around the world, hotel, new clothes, and all these things. Does clothes make me money? Does a new car make me money? A lot of the things that people buy with the money they make off the internet businesses that they have, they spend the money in the wrong way. And then they have to work harder. All of you want to be entrepreneurs. There's 2 definitions of an entrepreneur. One who makes money and then basically invests his money. And 2 is one who makes money, spends it all, and then has to work even harder, has to do another launch, has to do a bigger product, has to do more offers, has to do more affiliate work to maintain their life, their quality of life. Because they made a little bit of money, they buy a newer car, new house, everything, and then they can't pay the bills. Make sense? So I'm going to share with you my story. I started when I was 7 years old. I had a lemonade stand. I used to sell lemonade on the street corner. I used to sell lemonade on the street corner. I was 7 years old. I made like $300. And I said, wow, this is amazing. I give them lemonade, they give me money, I want to be a businessman my whole life. That's it. There's nothing else for me. I can't sing, I can't dance, I can't act, I can't do anything else but business. I love this game of business. Who here loves business? Good, good. I assume you can't sing, you can't dance, and you can't act either, right? So, I knew what I wanted to do when I was 7 years old. I started my first business as a lemonade stand. I made some money. And then after I recruited 8, 9, 10 neighborhood kids, I said, work with me. I'll help you get skateboard, Game Boy, comic books, candy, whatever you want. And we'll work together. And we franchised the lemonade stand. We were on 10 street corners in the neighborhood. Before I knew what I was doing, I was manufacturing, distribution, scaling, and creating multiple streams of income, franchising, and all this stuff. I didn't know what any of that was back then. Then I was 13 years old. My brother bought a pizza store. I used to work in the pizza store. I used to go to school at 8:30 in the morning. I used to finish school at 3:30, go to the pizza store for 4 p.m., and I used to work until 2 a.m. in the morning. Then I go home, I sleep, I go back to school, I go back to work. Who here has a family business? Your family is in business, you work with your family. They don't pay very good, huh? They pay the worst. And you work the longest. And you can't say anything. You can't even get fired because it's your family, right? So I used to work very, very hard during that time. I spent 5 years in that pizza store, and I used to read a lot of different books on business, entrepreneurship, autobiographies, Forbes, richest people in the world. And I started my first business. It was a software business. I said, there's this geeky guy named Bill Gates. He's making a lot of money. Maybe if I start a software company, I can make a little bit of money like how he's doing. And I failed. Who here has failed in a business? Good, very good. If you failed, you're 10 steps ahead of someone who hasn't failed. Because most people are afraid of the fear of failure before they even fail. So if you failed and you learned from your failure and you're still here, you're still trying to start a business, one day you're going to be very, very successful. So I started my first business and I failed. What do you do when you fail? We have a saying in Dubai. I live in Dubai now. I live in the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. So when whatever those 5 winners are, or whoever the winners are, you can talk to Muhammad or Mahmoud. And when you guys come, I'll give you a private tour of Burj Khalifa. Cool? So we have a saying in Dubai. In America, if you fail, they say, try again. Try again, try again. In Dubai, we say, if you fail, you go to jail. Very simple, right? So failure is not a bad thing. It's necessary for every entrepreneur. You guys are going to fail. I encourage you to fail fast. Fail fast, learn from it, and come back and keep trying and keep trying. I failed in my first 7 companies. So I started 1, I failed. I started 2, I failed. I started 3, I failed. I started 7 companies back to back, and I failed in every single one. So we say, try again, try again. After you fail, is it easy to try again or hard? If you fail twice, is it harder? What about 3 times, 4 times, 5 times? It gets harder and harder, right? It doesn't. It actually gets easier and easier because you learn each single time. I remember I was in high school and I had 4 failed companies, and I went to my high school teacher. He's a business teacher. And I said, I don't know if I can chase my dream and do school at the same time. So either I do companies and I work and I try to build my future and chase my dream, or I do school and then I come back to business after. Then I asked the teacher, have you ever failed or started a business? What do you think the teacher told me? No. I said, what qualifies you to teach a whole generation business when you haven't even started one company and you haven't even failed in one company? He said, the textbook. The textbook was 5, 6 years outdated. It had nothing in there that was useful. So the next day I dropped out of high school. And I started to chase my dream, and I followed starting these companies, and I was failing. My parents, we're all, we have very strict parents. They want what's good for us. Doctor, lawyer, engineer, all these good professions and jobs. And my parents wanted the same for me too. I used to go to school, they'd drop me off. I would look out the window. When they left, I would take the bus and go to my office. And I would work, and I would come back, and then I would be ready when they came to school to pick me up. They didn't know for 2 years that I was not in high school. But they found out afterwards, and then you know what happens when your parents find out afterwards, right? So I started my first 7 companies. I failed back to back. On my 8th company, I said, this time I'm going to succeed. This time is it. I don't care what I have to do, I'm going to succeed. But I had no money. So I borrowed money from everybody that I knew. Lend me some money, lend me some money, let me start this business, I'll pay you back. And I raised $50,000. And in less than about 6 to 8 months, I went bankrupt. I signed the office lease for a whole year. I couldn't pay more than 3-4 months rent. I couldn't finish the software we were trying to build. And I went bankrupt. I owed everybody in the world that I knew money. What do you do when you have 7 failed companies and then you go bankrupt and then you owe everybody you know money? Uncles, brothers, friends, cousins, everybody. And you know how our culture is, right? If you owe money, you can't hide anywhere. Unless you're dead, you can't hide anywhere, right? They'll find you anywhere you are. I can go to the pyramids in Egypt and hide in the tomb and they'll all find me over there too. So I owed everybody I knew money, and I had 2 options. Run away and never come back, or 2, find a way to get out of this debt. So I started my 9th company. It's a software company. It used to be software for used car dealerships. And we launched that company, and within 32 to 35 days, I had the product finished, the company up, and our first few clients. I got the company to $30,000, $40,000 a month in revenue. I saved every penny, every single penny I saved it. I paid off all my debts. Everyone I owed money to, I paid it all off. And then the company was still doing very well. I sold the company to a buyer for $60,000. The company was worth maybe $150,000. Why did I sell for $50,000? That's $90,000 I left on the table. Why did I sell it for $60,000? No, I had paid off my debt by then. I like it. I had another dream. Yeah, pretty much I had another dream. I didn't like what I was doing. I was in debt. I wanted to get out of debt, so I started this company. Once it made enough money, I was bored. I wasn't interested. If you're not interested in what you're doing, if you don't love it, you're not focused on it, are you going to succeed? So I encourage you all, love what you do. If you're here to learn about how to make money on the internet, make sure you love it. Otherwise, you're going to learn a little bit, you're not going to apply, and then you're going to go to the next event or something like that, right? Make sure you apply what you learn. On my 10th company, I packed up everything I was doing. I moved from Canada, I went to London, England, and I started my 10th company. I ran out of money 3 times trying to launch that company. I borrowed money from my brother, I borrowed money from strangers, I borrowed money from an investor, and when I started to need money, the first few times it was easy. I went to my brother, I borrowed some money. After, I was too ashamed and embarrassed to go back again and say I need more money. What happens when family lends you money and then you come back to them for more? Not just a lecture, you get a lot more than a lecture. You get married right away and then you're thrown in the world. You have to suffer a lot of consequences. But my brother was very supportive. But he couldn't lend me any more money. I knew he didn't have it. So I went to outside investors. I flipped open the phone book. I looked up investing, capital. I looked up anything that sounded like money. And I called 300 companies. And I got appointments with 66 of them. I went to each of these appointments. In 60 days, I got rejected 52 times. 52 times. You know, you go to someone, please, I need some money. This is the business. This is a very good business. It's going to grow. Door closes. Sometimes I used to get rejected 5, 6 times a day, going to different people and asking for investment. Who here knows that you need money at some point to grow your business? Do I need a lot of money to start my business? These days, you know, you need a website, a hosting account, you need maybe a bank account or PayPal or Stripe, and you can start your business. It's very easy, right? Very cheap. If I go do a clothing business in the mall, I have to spend more money than if I start an internet business, $500 or something, I can start it easily. But I need money to scale a business. Because if the business starts doing well, and it has a good business model, and the audience size is big enough, you need money for marketing, you need money for advertising, you need money for traffic, you need to be able to scale to reach your audience, the full size of your audience. So I knew I needed to raise money at that point as well. And I got rejected 52 times. Then I went into this guy's office. He sat me down for 3 hours. 3 hours, he asked me every question. What are you going to do with the money? What marketing channel? How much in each channel? What's the ROI? How many clicks are you going to get? How's it going to convert? Every single question. And I answered every single question. And then he told me to get the hell out of get the hell out of his office. He asked me, what did you do before this? I said, I failed in my first 7 companies. I went bankrupt on my 8th. I got out of debt, sold my 9th. This is my 10th company. He said, you will never succeed. You're going to be a loser your whole life. Get out of my office. I got up and I left his office. And then the next day, I came back. I had 30 hours left before they were going to shut my company down because we couldn't make the financial obligations that we had. 30 hours to shut your company down after you invested all your time and effort and blood and sweat and tears. How would you feel? Desperate, huh? Desperate. And when you're desperate, you don't think rationally, logically. You think very emotionally. You think, what can I do? What's my options? So I went back to his office. I said, that guy was I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this, but that guy was an asshole. And I went back to his office and I said, I need, his investment. So I went back to his office and long story short, he kicked me out again. I left. I had 9 hours before they were going to shut my company down. And I went to I promised myself, this is where entrepreneurs give up. Entrepreneur is so close. His success is right here. And he gives up. He says, I can't do it. He gives up, mentally. So I convinced myself, I said, I'm going to knock on every door in this building and ask for money, or they're going to throw me out of the building, and I'll go to the next building. I knocked on the very next door, and turned into a 3-hour meeting. He asked me every question again. I answered every question again. Then he said, what did you do before this? And I said, I failed in 7 companies and went bankrupt on my 8th, got out of debt, sold my 9th, this is my 10th company. And he said, one day you're going to be very successful. He goes, you're so stupid, you keep trying. And then I left his office, long story short, I left his office with a 1.6 million pound check. I got the investment for my company. Thank you. Then I worked very, very hard. 20 hours a day, 21 hours a day, sleeping at the office, same clothes for days. In Dubai, I have friends, in Dubai, in Saudi they call it the thobe. In Dubai, it's a kandura. And in Dubai, some of my friends, same kandura, 7 days. You can't tell, It looks amazing, but you can't tell it's the same one. You can smell it though. That's hard work. They don't care about how they look. They don't care about what they're eating. They don't care about missing out on things their friends are doing. They care about their success. They care about their dream. And sometimes you have to sacrifice a lot of things for you to reach your dream. So my 10th company, I started to make money. The company did very well the first 2 years, very well, and it kept growing and growing. I made good money, became a millionaire, and I wrote myself a check. I said, I'm a millionaire now, I can write myself a check. And I wrote myself a check and I went to the bank, I cashed the check. What do you think happened after that? 8-month-long celebration. In 8 months, I spent the whole million. 8 months. Motorcycles my friends would drive and crash. Car rentals I wouldn't drive. Apartment I wouldn't stay in. Lending friends money who wouldn't pay it back. Investing into businesses that were never really a business. I did. I deserved it. I spent the whole million in 8 months. My company was doing really well. I knew, company was making a lot of money. So I borrowed money from my business partner. I said, lend me $300,000, I'll pay you back. He lent me the money, and I started to spend that too. I was down to my last $10,000. So I spent over $1 million, $1.2 million, 1.29. Then I realized that I was never going to be wealthy. I have this company, it's doing great money. I'm supposedly a millionaire, but I don't know how to manage money. I don't know anything about money. Up here, even though I had paper money and net worth and stuff, up here I was broke. Broke. Miskeen. Broke. So I knew I had to change my mind first, right? You won't find your success until you change your mind about what you're trying to do and why you're trying to do it. I made $1 million, I went broke. And then there's many stories of entrepreneurs, sports athletes, other successful people who make a lot of money who are broke. In the US, in America, they have lottery. Everybody knows what lottery is, right? You buy a ticket, you win the lottery, you win all this money. And there's lottery winners who buy tickets, they win lottery, and 3 years later, they're broke. How can they win tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars and be broke? It's because up here, they're broke. They don't know anything about managing money. So the purpose of my talk today is to save you a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of stress, so that you can figure out what is financial freedom for you and how you can manage your money. You ready for it? You ready? Who here wants to retire? You don't want to work. Me either, honestly. I work because I love to work. I don't work because I have to work. And that's the same position you should be in. So I'm going to do a small exercise with you. Okay? Okay? You ready for this? Everybody has something to write on? Pen, paper? Take out your pens, take out your papers, take out your phones, whatever you're going to write on. When I lost all that money, I spent everything. And I realized I was never going to be wealthy unless I changed my mind. I changed how I looked at money. I changed my whole life. I'm a very extreme person. I don't do things a little bit here, a little bit there. I pick one thing and I do it or I die. Very simple. So I told myself, you're not wealthy, even though you're making a lot of money. You're not wealthy because you don't know how to manage money. So I'm going to teach you a lesson on financial management. Okay? Ready? Are you ready? Okay, good. I think half of you are still sleeping. I told myself if I make $100 million, I'll still be broke because I'll spend it, I'll mismanage it, I'll do the same thing I did with the $1 million. So I told myself, I have to understand out of all the money that comes into my life, how much I can invest, how much I can save, how much I can put to work. The key to financial freedom, the key for you not having to work is making money work for you. Make sense? Passive income, exactly. If I'm making passive income and the money is working for me, I don't have to work. Money is bringing me a return, right? Money's bringing me a return, I don't have to work. In my case, I realize I'm a very extreme, I have to do things in a different way. I told myself from now on, 90 cents of every single dollar that I make, I'm going to invest it. Most of the time we are told what? Save how much? How much should you save in your income? How much do people tell you? 10%. Yeah. Most places they tell you save 10%. And then when you're 70 years old, you can retire. Then they change the retirement age from 70 to 75, then 75 to 80, 85, and it goes on and you never retire. You pay taxes, you pay all this money, you save money, but what they don't tell you is invest your money, right? They say save. What happens when you save money and you don't invest it? It's gone. It's gone. Someone gets sick, someone's dying, someone's getting married, someone's having a heart attack, business is failing, something is happening, and you have to spend your savings, right? So I'm going to encourage you guys, don't think about saving, think about investing. So if I put money aside and I put it aside strictly for the purpose of investing it, and that money brings me money back, that's something I can pass on. That's something that is generational, that's passive income. I'm going to ask you a very real question. You're all entrepreneurs here or becoming entrepreneurs. Maybe some of you are married, maybe some of you aren't. Let's say for the men as an example, let's say, God forbid, you die today, something happens. Can your wife run your business? Yes or no? Can your mother or father run your business? No. All your income stops. All your family's income stops. All the livelihood stops. You're here because you want to make money so that you can take care of your families and live a better life and provide to, help to other people, give in sadaqah and charity and things like that. Yes? If you die, you can't do any of that because you didn't build anything passive. You built This is my 24 hours. I'm going to trade it for this amount of money. You're trading time for dollars. How much time do you have? 24 hours a day. 6 hours you're sleeping. Maybe in the Arab world, 8, 9, 10 hours we're sleeping. Then, we're eating. We're on the internet working and surfing. And, we're doing all these family time and all these other obligations. How much time do you really spend working every day? And then you have to trade that time for money. You have to say, I only have 6 hours. I want $20, $25, $100, $3,000, whatever you want. The key to financial freedom is trading something else, a product, a service, instead of your time. Building something. Whether you're building a community, an email list, you're building an offer on an affiliate platform, you have your own affiliate platform, you're building a digital product or something on the internet. That's the key. Trading products and services. Even services, I can only give so much, right? Let's say I have the best service in the world, but I have to deliver it myself. I can only take on so many customers, right? Products, I can sell 24 hours a day. 7 days a week, 365 days a year, I can keep selling the products. Very easy, right? So I encourage you all you have to start somewhere. You have to invest your time. You have to build something. And then, you should extract yourself from that situation and have other people scale it or grow it or continue to expand products and stuff. I get asked all the time, Kam, you have 32 businesses. You've made over 100 investments. Don't you get bored? Like, don't you think everything is going to stop? Yeah, and I don't think everything is going to stop. Because the key to financial freedom is diversification. Remember that. Write this one down. It's very important. What do I mean by diversification? If I start one business, will I be in business forever? No. If I have one good offer and it's making a killing, I have a high EPC, I'm just destroying it, is competition going to come or no? Of course, right? On the internet, anything that works, people copy it, people clone it, people compete against it. So you have a peak and you have a decline. There's nothing that goes like this, like a rocket ship all the way to Jannah, nothing. So the only thing that's sustainable is you starting more businesses, more products, more offers, more services, more launches, building a bigger email list, building a bigger community and things like that. Make sense? So I want everybody's goal, as one of the things when you go home, your homework is, how can I survive in business? 90% of all new businesses fail. The ones that survive, 90% of those businesses in the next 10 years fail. You have to diversify. Okay, now we'll do the quick exercise, and I don't know how much time I have, but I'll wrap it up quick. Who here wants financial freedom? Good, mashallah, everybody's hand went up now. Some people were like 2 hands and 1 foot. The very simple term for financial freedom is whatever my cost of living is, it's offset by my passive income. I'll give you an example. Let's say to feed your family, to pay your bills, to drive your car, to have internet, to wear nice clothes, eat some food in restaurants and things like that. Let's say your expenses are $5,000 a month. Dollars. If I have an investment that's bringing me $5,000 a month, do I have to work? Let's say my bills are $5,000 a month. I have an investment that's bringing me $5,000 a month. Do I have to work? No. Not a business, not a job that's bringing me $5,000, but an investment, passive investment. I don't have to do anything. Like real estate, I buy 2 apartments. The apartment owners, the renters, they cut me a check every month for rent. I take the check, it's $5,000 a month. Can my wife run that business if I die? She can go to the mailbox, pull it open, take the check, go to the bank, deposit the check, pay the bills, right? So your investment, as an example, real estate, your investment can continue to pay for as long as you have it. If it burns down, I have insurance. So the key to your financial freedom is you being able to passively offset the cost of your living. For the exercise now, I want everybody to write down how much a month their cost of living is. Every month, how much are my bills? How much do I spend every single month for my lifestyle? And maybe add some more. So if you're making $5,000 a month, but you want to drive, you're here for business, so you can drive a nicer car and have a nicer life and help people more and things like that, you want maybe $10,000 a month, right? If you're making 5, would 10,000 give you a good life? Yes? Yes or no? Maybe, huh? Some people are ambitious. They're like, 10,000, yeah, they're miskeen, it's too little, So, 20,000? Yes? Still people are like 20,000. Everybody is different. Some people are very simple. They don't need more than they have. Even if they had more money, they wouldn't spend it. They would drive the same car. They would live in the same house, wear the same clothes. And some people need more. Some people, they're making 20,000 a month, they're like, my car is a piece of shit car. I need better car, My house isn't big enough. My furniture is not good enough and stuff like that. So they need more. Everybody is different. Not everybody is the same. So I want you to write down for yourself, what would be enough? How much would be enough? Write the number down. If 10,000 a month is enough for you, passive income, write down 10,000. If it's 20, write down 20. If it's 30, write down 30. If it's 50, write down 50. If it's $1 million a month, write down $1 million a month. Everybody wrote down a number? I need one volunteer. Yes. 50,000 per month? It's a big spender. Well, he's like bawling. $50,000 a month. How much money does he have to invest for him to have $50,000 a month passive income? Anyone want to guess? How much? Close. Okay, everybody heard of 10x? Everybody heard 10x, right? The 10x rule, the 10x book, the 10x theory, and things like that. In this case, in investing, it works the same way. Because most people, they get a 4% return, a 2% return, a 6% return. They think it's very good. And some people, they base things on a basic 10% return, right? So on a 10% return, if I can consistently get 10% passive income, then I can create that net worth or that volume. So as an example, in his case, he needs $50,000 a month. How much does he have to invest now? What's 10% of 5 million? You guys are affiliates. Your math is very bad. Seriously. $50,000 a month is how much in a year? 600,000. Good, good. Someone is good at math. 600,000. How much money does he need to invest now? So if I have 6 million invested, I'm making $600,000 a month at 10%. If it's 15%, it's more. If it's 5%, it's less. At 10%, I'm making $600,000 a year, $50,000 a month. Some people think to have financial freedom, you need $50 million. Maybe if you live in Dubai or something like that, you need a lot more money, right? But you don't need a lot of money to have financial freedom. You need just enough to pay whatever quality of life you want and whatever your bills are. So everybody now knows their formula. You wrote down your own number, right? 5,000, 10,000, in his case, 50,000. So times that by a 10x value and you'll know how much you have to invest. You with me so far? Yes? Everybody knows how much money they have to invest. The reason you're in business today, or you're coming here, you're learning, and you're going to start businesses and you're going to make more money is why? What's the reason now? Good life. But now you know what your good life costs, right? You wrote your number down. You know, if I want good life, this is what it costs. This is how much money I have to make and invest. So your number one goal in the next 12 months, in the next whole year, your goal should be make as much money as I can and invest this money so this money can come back. Who here has made money in the affiliate game? Hands up. Who here has been making money for a few years? In your example, how many years? 10 years. Can you make money off what you were doing 10 years ago today? No. 5 years ago? 3 years ago? The game changes, right? The rules change, the traffic platforms change, the headline copy and image for the ad creative changes, right? Everything keeps on changing. What you used to do, you can't continue to do today. So you have a very small window of opportunity to make as much money as you can as an affiliate or as an internet entrepreneur. Steve Jobs, everybody knows Steve Jobs, right? Apple, you know, genius entrepreneur and Apple. In our time today, he's a genius, right? Everybody's like, oh, he created the iPhone and a genius. Is he going to be remembered 50 years from now? Maybe? Would you use an iPhone 50 years from now? Who says Apple, the next Apple product is going to be an iPhone or a phone, right? 50 years from now, we could have contact lenses in our eyes and they do everything for us. We just blink and you're buying things, you're spending money, everything is happening, right? Technology changes so fast that what works in the past does not work anymore. So you have a small window of opportunity to make sure you execute and you apply and you make enough money that you can invest so that when it stops working, you can still have a good quality of life. Does it make sense? I'm not trying to teach you how to be a billionaire. I'm trying to teach you how to feed your families, feed yourself, and live a good life. Not be hungry, you know, not be starving, not make a lot of money and then not have any money left. Not have a good offer or product or business and then, you know, not being able to manage their money. The same mistake I went through. Today I save 90% of every dollar that I make and I reinvest it and I live off that 10%. When I made my mistake and I made that first million, then I started to do this. The first few years were hard. The first few years I used to go with my friends to eat at a restaurant and I order salad because that's all I can afford, even though I can afford way more. I tell myself I can only spend 10%. My friend is ordering chicken and I'm staring at his plate like, oh man, the chicken is so good, I can't afford it. But that discipline and focus for a few years pays off. After that, my investments start to make more money, my 10% grows. As the 10% grows, so does my quality of life, right? I can now eat whatever I want. I can now drive whatever I want, live wherever I want, do whatever I want, essentially. Most people try to do this out of their job, out of their current business, out of their income. They don't do it through investments. Current job and business won't last. It will go up and down, up and down, up and down. So now everybody wrote down their number, right? When you, I need one volunteer. Yes, brother, come up. He put his hand up. I'm going to give you $100 US. for your first investment. Cool? Do you speak English? Yes? Okay. Out of your income, the money that you're making, how much can you save every month? $100. Okay, good. He knows he can save $100 a month. He knows he can save $100 every month, right? Let's say he's going to make an investment at $1,000. How many months does he need to save to make that investment? 10 months. Very simple. You guys are so smart. Very, very simple. In your own case, what I want you to do now is he said he can save $100 a month, right? So I want you to write down your current monthly expenses. I'm spending $10 on internet. I'm spending $500 on car. I'm spending this much on phone. I'm spending this much on food. I'm spending this much on clothes. I'm spending this much on all your expenses. Every month, currently, today. Okay? You can't become financially wealthy unless you can do two things. One is make more money. Right? But everybody makes more money and they don't become wealthy. And the second thing is save more money and invest more money. So you have to cut down your expenses as much as possible. If you have to drive a lower car for 2 years, you drive a lower car. So as an example, tell us some of your expenses. Can you save money anywhere?
Yeah.
So if he takes his $100 and he saves money, he doesn't go eat out, maybe 2 times a month. Maybe he doesn't spend money on something else. Maybe he saves a little bit more money. Now he's investing $200 a month. How many months is it going to take him now to make that $1,000 investment? 5 months, right? So you need to do 2 things. Decrease your expenses. Stop spending so much money on things you don't need. How many shishas do you need a week? Right? You don't need 7, You can still enjoy your life, but cut your expenses down. This is the same stuff our parents told us, right? Our parents told us, stop wasting money, stop doing this, stop doing that. And we're like, we're going to make so much money, I don't care, You have to decrease your expenses. So now let's say can you shave off a little bit more money? Let's say you can invest $200 a month, okay? Now, you also make more money, right? So you launch some affiliate offers, you joint venture with someone here in the room, you start to make more money, and you're making maybe $200 more every month, right? So you can save $400 a month now. How much faster can he make his first investment? A lot faster, right? Exactly. Faster and faster, the more money he saves, the more money he puts aside. But you're not saving the money just to save the money. You're saving with the intention that you're going to invest it right away, right? So I want everybody to write down one thing. That's it. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Seema, pay him after. I want everybody to write down one thing. What will my first investment be? Some people, you're in the internet business, you can invest into a digital product, a business, an affiliate offer, something like that. Maybe some of you can buy and sell a car. Maybe some of you can sell a motorcycle. Some of you can sell a physical product. Some of you can sell something. Do you know what your first investment is going to be? Who knows what they're going to invest into? Okay, 1%. Good job. Who else? Anyone? Yes. What's your first investment going to be? What did he say? I can't hear you guys. Louder. Real estate. Good. Very good. He knows his investment is going to be real estate. Now you know, let's say you want to make $20,000 a month. You need to invest, let's say, 2 million or whatever to make that much money, and you know you're going to put the 2 million in real estate. Let's say your first real estate purchase is 100,000, so you need to make 100,000 to invest and make your first investment, right? Now he knows what he's going to do, why he's working, how much money he needs, where he's going to invest it, how much return he's going to get on that money. He has a formula, you see? He has something that's going to make him wealth. Make sense so far? Everybody understand? Yes or no? Know your first investment and work to earn money to make that investment. Don't work for money. Work to make investments. Because the investments, you will continually get paid off of them. The money will be spent. You lose the money. You mismanage it. You lose it. Make sense? So everybody's goal and homework now is when you get back. Who here has a bank account? Everyone have a bank account? Most people? I know we have payment processing problems here in this part of the world. And so when you get home, your basic plan is that you're going to set up another account with the lowest fees possible. Set up another account, lowest fees possible. When you get there, you're going to calculate, I can save 200 every month, 400 every month, 1,000 every month. And you're going to put it into that account. That account, you're gonna tell yourself, if my investment is real estate, it's 50,000 or it's 100,000 or anything like that. Then you continually save that money in that account. When it reaches the amount you need to make that one investment, you invest it. Very simple. Money in, some saved, money saved up, invested, right? Then it comes back. And the money that comes back, you can increase your quality of life, you can pay your bills, you can live whatever life quality and quantity you want. Understand, everybody? Yes? Okay, cool. So when you go and do this, and you set up the bank account, and you're saving the money, then when you need help on where to invest it, and you say, I want to do real estate, can I do it in the US? If I'm in Egypt, can I buy a property here? Can I invest in internet business in Canada? Can I do this? Can I do that? Find me online. Ask me any question that you want. If you started this stuff, I will tell you exactly where to invest your money. Cool? Does that make sense? I'm happy to help you if you help yourself. If you don't help yourself and you come to me, you say, I have no money, no investment, no savings, I'm not putting any money aside, give me the best investment to make $50 million. Is it going to work? No. You have to do your part. You have to do your part, you have to invest your money, you have to have a foundation. You can't build a building, you can't build the Burj Khalifa without a foundation. When you have the foundation, then you can ask any question you want, you can get expert advanced help. I can tell you all these different investment vehicles. I can tell you where to invest your money to get a 10% return, 15% return, 20% return, exactly how to invest your money. But until you're ready, all of that won't help you. Make sense? Everybody understood? Yes? Okay, good. I don't know how much time I have, Muhammad or anyone? I'm probably over already. 10 more minutes. So I shared with you my story. I gave you a strategy to invest income so that you can make a return. I'll give you another example. If I put 100,000 into real estate and I have a 10% return, I'm making $10,000 a year, right? $10,000 a year is almost $800-900 every month. If my rent in the place I live is $800-900 a month, with that one investment, I never have to pay rent again. Make sense? All of my cost of shelter and living in one place is paid for. If I invest $200,000, now I don't have to pay internet, phone, heat, hydro, and water and stuff like that again. So keep in mind, the more money you invest, the more you don't have to pay for bills ever again. Who here likes paying bills? No one, right? Why do you pay them over and over and over again? We have to. You don't have enough money. You don't invest money. You don't have things that are going to pay those bills for you. You have to pay them with your hands and your feet and your work and effort and things like that. I have a bunch of free courses and subjects like this on our platform. There's a platform called Muslim Entrepreneurship Network. It's one of the largest in the world. And because of the organizers and everybody here today, we're going to give you 30 days free. You can just go sign up. 30 days, go through all the courses, go through all the material. There's a lot of other stuff on there too, Shopify, e-commerce, product launches, everything, to help you make more money. So that you can do what? Good, good. Some people are listening. So that you can invest the money. And when you invest the money, you know, you'll create financial freedom for yourself. You'll be able to pass this on to your kids. My kids can manage my real estate business easily, right? If my kid is 5 years old, they know how to use the iPhone better than we do, you know, the iPad better than we do. He can go to the bank, cash the check, and go take the money and live his life, right? Think about your families. Think about why you're working. Think about your responsibility, your loved ones. Are your parents getting younger or older? Is it going to cost less or more? If their health is sick, whose responsibility is it? And you live in a time and place today where there's everything on the internet. Before, we didn't have education. Now we have access to everything. Alhamdulillah, you guys are at an event with this many people, hundreds of people. There's someone here you can joint venture with. Someone here you can learn from. Someone here you can partner with. Someone here who's going to help you change your life. And you're all trying to do the same thing. So if you support each other, if you connect with each other, if you network with each other, you'll be able to improve your life, improve your learning. Right? Maybe this guy is good at SEO and I'm good at paid traffic. And we join forces now. I send all this traffic, he does all the SEO, and we both make money. That's good, right? Find someone you can joint venture with. Find someone you can network with. Brothers and sisters, your responsibility is big and growing. It's up to you to take care of your families. It's up to you. One day you're going to have kids. You're going to have more expenses and bills and all these other things. And it's your responsibility to take care of these people. You're very lucky that you're here today to even get the chance to learn more education, to expand your business, to expand your knowledge. But it all starts and ends with you. If you don't take action, no one is coming to save your family. No one's going to come and say, you know, I'm going to save this guy's family today. Why not? Right? No one is coming to save your family. No one is coming to save your kids. No one is coming to save your parents. It's all your responsibility. So if I can give you one takeaway now for this event, and I'll be at the booth at break. You can ask me any questions that you want. You can just come to the booth in the vendor area. I, along with my other two partners, will be there. You can ask us whatever questions. Every break, I'll go to the booth for a little bit. If you want to take pictures, ask questions, whatever, that's fine. I'll be there. I want you to think about, how can I retire my family? Okay, very simple. In this part of the world, we all have families and they're always growing. You know, and the cost is always getting higher. And you go from eating maybe chicken to lentil soup, you know, and down because you're not focusing hard enough to make enough money to offset all your costs of living. So last thing I'm going to leave you with is one thing. Find someone in this room, this weekend, today, tomorrow, who you can partner with, who you can network with, and you can grow your business. You can make more money so you can invest. If this brother is investing, he's making more money to invest, I'm making more money to invest, we partner up, can we invest faster? Yes. Can we make more money faster together? Yes. It's hard. People fail in business because they do everything alone. Oh, I know how to do this, I'm the best at this, I have an employee, I tell him, don't do this, let me do it. Even though I'm paying him a salary, right? People who succeed build teams, partnerships, joint ventures, they connect with other people. Especially on the internet. If you look at the guys making the most money on the internet, has a big network of friends and people who he can connect with, who's helping him, supporting him, collaborating with him. They're mailing for each other, they're helping each other's launches, they're supporting each other's, you know, offers and things like that, and they all make more money. So when you leave here this weekend, make sure you have a partner. Make sure you have someone you're going to do business with together. Okay? Thank you very much. Q&A?
Yeah. شباب استاذنكم ترفعوا ايديكم اللي هيسال. هناخد 5 3 هنا و2 هنا. اللي يرفع ايده الاول. تيشيرت اصفر. حضرتك يس. جاي 2. حضرتك. حد من ورا. حضرتك تيشيرت اصفر. اتفضل. الاسئله هتكون موجوده بالعربي وبترانسليشن معاه هيجاوب عليكم وبعد كده الترانسليشن. اوكي. ثلاثة هنا واثنين هنا. اوكي. ايوه. شغال. حضرتك تبدأ.
حضرتك قلت ان لازم تسيف الاول. طب لو مفيش امكانيه تسيف، انت حضرتك بدات البيزنس
استاذنك على صوتك.
بدات البيزنس ان انت يعني بتقترض فلوس، فهل هينفع ان احنا نبدا بيزنس ان احنا نقترض فلوس على عكس ما حضرتك قلت ان احنا we have to save first؟ نقدر نبدا البيزنس الافضل ان احنا نبدا لو احنا مش قادرين تو سيف او ما عنديش الاسيد.
It's a very good question. Question is, if I don't have money, how can I start a business, right? When I first started my companies, I didn't have money. I failed, I didn't have money. I ask people for money, some people give, some people don't. Who has money? Investors, maybe a businessman, maybe entrepreneur. Is there a lot of people in the world with money? Some people don't have money. A lot of people do, right? Why will they give me money?
You have confidence in your ability to do something, to be successful.
Confidence in your ability to do something with that money and make more money, right?
Yes.
So basically you have a plan.
Yes.
Okay. So if you don't have money, but you have a plan,
okay,
is that not the first step?
Yes, I think this is
First step. So even though I don't have money, I have a plan. And I know exactly how much money I need. I say to start this business, I need $500. Then if I go to, as an example, I go on the internet, I look at all these internet entrepreneurs, affiliates, event managers, all these people, even just this room, and I go to them, I say, I need $500. I'm going to make you a business partner, I'm going to pay you back in 2 months, right? If I go to 500 people and they tell me no, what should I do?
find a different way.
I needed money, a lot of money for my business. I went to 52 people. They told me no. Some people closed the door. Some people said, get out. All I did was go to the next person. Because no doesn't mean no. It means not yet. Not yet. Wrong person, wrong place, wrong time, wrong investor. That's all it means. Someone tells us no, we say, oh man, no, it's the end of the world, that's it. Like, I'm gonna go get a job, my business dream is finished. No just means not yet. Wrong person. Ask again, different person. But you can't ask someone and expect them to give you money if you're not prepared, ready to take that money and put it to use right away. So first, develop your plan. Say, if I borrow $500, I will put it in this traffic campaign. This is the expected results I'll get back. This is maybe the click-throughs, the conversions, and this is how much money I'll make back at different times. I borrow 500, I'll pay you back in 3 weeks. This is where I'm spending the money. This is exactly how it's being used. What do you think the investor will say then?
Yes, I agree. If you are prepared and have a clear plan,
If you are prepared, maybe some investors will still say no. They'll say, I don't like your hair. I don't like your clothes. And they won't invest, right? But if I go to the next person and I go to the next person and I go to the next person and I say, this is my plan. This is how fast I'm going to make the money. This is how fast I'm going to pay you back. Over the next 12 months, this is how much money I'm going to make, and I'm going to give you 10%, 20%. This is how much return on your investment in me you're going to get back. And I keep going to people. What are the chances of me getting $500 if I need? You will get it. But you have to be prepared in your mind first to get it. You have to know what you will do with the money, and then you start approaching people. Don't go to people and say, I need money, and then don't know what you're going to do with it, because then they're not going to give it to you. They're not going to take you serious. Money goes to the hands of people who are serious. They know exactly what they're going to do with the money. Simple.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next question.
امتى ممكن اعرف البيزنس بتاعي نجح او فشل؟ وازاي ممكن يعني امتى انقل على البيزنس اللي بعده؟
ممكن تسأل السؤال تاني بصوت عالي من فضلك. ممكن.
تمام. امتى اعرف البيزنس بتاعي وصل لمرحله ان انا محتاج ابتدي بيزنس جديد والاولاني نجح، او امتى ان هو فشل مش هينفع ينجح؟
صح ممكن
I
تاني.
need a translator too.
At what specific point we can understand that our business model has failed? And when can I turn to the next model?
Okay. I'll tell you what I do. 90 days. That's it. 90 days. If in 90 days I can't make money, most people, they build the software, they build a business, they put money into something, and then what do they do at the end? They try to sell it. Right? They go and they say, now let me sell this. It's ready. I can sell this. What should I do in my business first?
Okay.
How do I know my business is going to make money or not? What should I do? Sell first. Sell first. So if I try to sell and no one's buying from me, I know that I'm not going to make money if I keep trying and I keep trying. No one wants it. It's a product no one will sell. You know, in my software companies, I failed. I failed because I build software. I thought it's amazing, best software ever. And then I go to sell it and the guy goes, what the hell is this? We don't need this. No one needs this. And I can't make any money. So give yourself a very short time frame. With traffic campaigns, you don't even need that long. You can test it a few days. I can test on $10 and see what the result is and what the data and feedback is. Very simple these days to test things. If you're not testing, it means you're not trying to make a lot of money or scale or anything like that. You have to test very small, get some data, feedback, analyze the data, and then figure out, should I do this or should I not? If it failed miserably, you don't put more money into something that failed miserably, you know? So if it's traffic, test a few days. It's all the data you need. If it's a longer business, a few months sometimes. Businesses take time sometimes to get off the ground, so a few months. But try to sell your product or service first. And if you can't get any sales, go to the next one.
Okay, thank you.
Next question, please.
كنت فخور جدا بقصتك اللي حكيتها من شويه.
استاذنك علي صوتك من فضلك.
ايه؟
علي صوتك.
كنت فخور جدا بالقصه اللي حضرتك حكيتها من شويه، قصه نجاحك. كان عندي كم استفسار كده بسيط فيها. اول استفسار.
علي صوتك من فضلك.
اول استفسار اللي هو ايه كنت محتاج الفلوس ليه المستثمر اللي رحت له اخر واحد.
الاستفسار الاولاني من فضلك.
نوع
لو سمحتوا
الاستثمار.
يا جماعه اللي يسال يعلي صوته، لان الترانزليشن ممكن ما يكونوش سامعين السؤال بوضوح فما يقدروش يترجموا.
نوع الاستثمار اللي حضرتك كنت رايح علشان تاخد من المستثمر فلوس. ثانيا، هل ممكن تكون نفس الشخص تكون الشخص المستثمر اللي هيجي لو جالك واحد بفكره ناجحه مثلا، هل ممكن تشارك فيها من مجرد ان هي فكره شايفها مستقبليا ناجحه؟ تكون الشخص اللي هو ساعدك زمان.
Okay. Could you understand?
So the first question was,
Yeah.
why did I need the money for the investment, right?
Okay.
Is that it? Yeah.
No. The first question is what is the kind of the investment model you first asked for the fundraising?
Software.
Yeah.
Software business. I was developing the software and I needed money to finish the software. To finish the software, then marketing, then advertising. So I needed investor money. Very simple.
His next question was, do you fundraise in other companies or do you invest in others? Yes.
Yes. We fundraise in other companies. I'll give you 3 quick tips on fundraising. Everyone want to know how to raise money? Yes? You may need it sometime, right? So to raise money, you need to do one thing. First of all, have a proper plan. Know that if I'm an investor, I get, as an example, in my case, we get almost 300 people every month sending a proposal saying, I need investment for this, I need investment for this, and fund my company, fund my deal, things like that. 300 proposals every month. Do I have time to go through all 300? No. If I'm a record label and I have music, country music, and you're sending me R&B, rap and hip hop demos, is it the right investor or no? No, right? So first of all, know who the right investor is to approach. Don't approach the wrong person and say, you're in the car business, I need to sell apples and oranges. It's not going to work. He's not going to invest in your business. He's not going to understand your business. So define who the investor is that is in the same line of business that you're trying to get into. If it's education, find companies and investors that invest in education only. Then approach those people. And when you approach those people, make sure you don't waste their time. They don't have time to go through 300 proposals every month. So what they can do is, if you approach them, say, I will take 2 minutes of your time, 30 seconds of your time. If someone comes to me and says, I'll take 30 seconds, I say, okay, it's 30 seconds. Someone comes to me and says, I need 1 hour of your time. What am I going to do? I don't have an hour to sleep, but I'm going to give it to this guy to pitch me on his idea, right? So keep in mind the right investor. Don't approach the wrong investor with the wrong idea, with the wrong business. Approach the right investor. And number 2, make sure you don't waste their time. Say, I only need this much time, and this is what I'm asking for. Always tell them what you're asking for. If I know that he's asking for money, or it's easier for me to analyze. If I know that he's asking for a connection, maybe he wants me to introduce him to someone, I know right away how I can help this person. Investors love investing money. That's the job. We want to invest money and make more money back. But we need to know in a very small time frame, because of the volume that comes in, can I help this person or can I not? If I can't help this person, it doesn't make sense to have a conversation and to talk further. If I can help him, I know exactly how to help him right away. So right investor, have a clear plan, and make sure you ask for whatever it is you want right away, and you understand what it is that you want. If it's investment, demonstrate how the investment will make money. As an example, I have Amazon sellers. Who here has an Amazon business? Physical products, Amazon, Shopify, something like that. I have an Amazon business, a friend of mine who I invested into. He came to me, he said, this is the product, this is how much every day we're selling. I need money for bigger shipment, more money in marketing, and so I can sell more products every day. I'm going to make this much money back. It's going to take me 6 months. I'll pay you this much and this much profit. He told me everything. And he showed me the statistics, the data, he showed me all the screenshots for everything. It was very easy for me to say, okay, I'm going to give him money for 6 months. He's going to give me 8 months money back, Very easy. And he has the data to back it up. He's not saying, we didn't spend any money in traffic yet, but this is the numbers I'm going to do for you, Make sure you test and you have data. That's it.
بالنيابه عن فريق عمل أقرب افيليت سامت، احنا بنشكر ميرزا بشكل شخصي. انا اتشرفت بالتقديم.